this is not caused by a big bang, by an accident. Everything that exists, you and me, your brain, your eyes, is not created by accident. It was not produced by accident. You see, accident produces things evil than good. Mutation produces much more evil than good. Mutation is a kind of accident. It produces more bad things than good. Mutation does not produce more good things than bad. Accidents will not produce good things. Can accident, brothers and sisters, can accidents produce the symbiotic relationships of plants and animals? Can accident create that or produce that? We inhale oxygen. We exhale carbon dioxide. Plants, in turn, uses carbon dioxide in the process of photosynthesis, and in turn, as a result, produces oxygen. So, oxygen for animals, we are members of the animal kingdom, and carbon dioxide, our waste product, is being recycled by plants to produce oxygen, and so on. It is a very great engineered symbiotic way of existence between the animal kingdom and the plant kingdom. Was that produced by accident? I cannot believe that the intricate process of the brain is produced by accident. I cannot believe that the intricate process of the stars, the galaxies, the comets, the planets that hang there without anything or without any chain that keeps them together in place, but only by the pull of gravity and the balance of gravity that keeps the earth on its place. I cannot believe that it's produced by accident. A thinking scientist will not say that the balance in the movement of stars and planets and galaxies and everything that moves in its space is produced by accident. There may be accident along the way, but the original is not produced by an accident. And if you are a scientist, if you are an astronomer by chance, you will say that there are accidents in space. There was once when a big something was attracted by the gravity of Mars, and a big something was taken to the sun by the pull of gravity. It's an accident. There was a very big explosion in the sun, which if it will happen on Earth, the Earth will be annihilated. It's an accident. But will accident produce the harmony of the planets and the stars and the galaxies in the universe? It is stupid to believe that accident produce all these things. It is wise to believe in the Bible that there was a creator. And the Bible calls him God. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. There was a beginning. Even scientists believe that there is a beginning. Beginning of the things created, but there is no beginning of him that created them. Even science believes that there is a beginning. And the earth is now, according to science, something like 4.5 to 5.5 billion years old. So, going back into history, the earth has its beginning. And the Bible tells us the fact that there was really a beginning of the earth. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. It was said very intelligently when things in science are not yet invented by men and things in science were not understood by men as they are now. the Bible tells us of a very vital information, that the earth came into existence in the beginning of God's creation. It was created. Creation means, in the Hebrew, bara means to produce something out of nothing. The earth was produced by a mighty hand. And that is the hand of God who created everything that exists. Now, it is better, it is wiser to believe that the earth came into existence because somebody created it. It is unwise to believe that the earth is the product of an accident. And the relationship between the moon to the earth, the sun, and the other planets, was it created by accident? So wise an accident it could be, if you call it an accident. Why? Because he knows the exact measurement from the sun, the distance from the sun to cradle life on earth. A little closer we will burn. A little farther we will freeze. Who put us in this exact place from the sun? It must be somebody who is intelligent to understand human life. And that was the creator of man. He is God. The Bible calls him God. Other people deny his existence. But his very existence is proven by the things that are made. I'm going back to Romans 1:20. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made. Being understood by the things that are made. We can understand the existence of God by the things he has made. And as I understand it, he is a very wise, he is a very good architect, he is a very wise planner. Everything was planned. Everything. Even our existence. When I study the functions of the brain, I can just but help being awed by the delicate process of the brain, the way by which we store information. We store what taste is like peanut, a good peanut. What will a good peanut taste? It is stored by the filaments there. Billions of filaments is storing information from the cortex to the brain. It works wonderfully more than a computer. The amazing brain was created by somebody with brains. And those that deny his existence are people without brains. Or maybe they have brains, but they are not using their brains. They are not using their common sense. How can the intricate process of the brain, the human cells, the genetics, the genes, the chromosomes that works together in working out the personality of a person, the being of a person, how can this be product of accident? I cannot help but say that this was planned. The genes that transfer the characteristic from the parents to the offspring, the genes that decides where a protein will be brought to different parts of the body. Those that you ate from food will be decided by some factors in our genetic structures in the body. Some protein will go to the cartilage. Some will go to the different parts of the body.